What is going on, guys? My name is Tubby. Welcome to the Triple Threat. This is part 2 in our 3-part series looking at copyright strikes and giveaways in the YouTube gaming community. Tony Pizza Guy, as always.
What's going on? Let's get right into this.
And Nova's on the show this time with us. And Nova, just jump right into it, man. What are your thoughts on copyrights? Because I know you've been affected by it recently.
Well, I've only gotten hit with copyrights twice. From the Deus Ex just recently, and before I got hit with Fallout. And I mean, it's pretty much like, you know, just what you guys were saying about free publicity or whatever. I understand that some devs feel like the stories leak out, and they don't want the stories to be leaked out. I guess that's kind of, in their right. Obviously, it is because they're the developers of it. But they do have to see the impact that commentators do have. Like it's getting to the point now, at least eventually, where we're going to be put on that end of the chain, like the developers and then the publishers, they market it and all that, and then like we play it and market it even more. Like we're kind of getting added on there at the end. And I mean I would hope with channels like Machinima and the Game Station and stuff like that they're starting to see that, and they're starting to understand that we're bringing them more sales, even companies that people in general might not necessarily like or might have a bad rep, something like that. Like even if one big name person likes a poopy game, like it'll still pique the interest of some people.
Definitely.
Even if like it's just a horrible game, like I play horrible games all the time.
Yeah, you play a lot of indie games now. What about Techno Kitty Adventure?
I actually. They were so grateful for me doing those videos, which was unbelievable. Because I mean, that was a random game that I picked off of the indie marketplace, and I was like, that looks bizarre. The freaking the cover art. So I started playing it, and I recorded it and just winged it, and everyone's like, wow, that is trippy, and I see all these people that are tweeting to their official Twitter saying like that I bought the game because of Nova and all that, and they actually it was where was it? I don't want to say it was like maybe PAX East. It was a convention, and they were asking me if I would be there because they wanted to, I guess, give me something for me putting the videos out there and just getting their game more known. And I was like, oh, I can't make it to the convention, all that. And after maybe like 2 or 3 more videos that I did, they actually sent me a model cat, like I guess one that's custom made. Like they have on their website that you can buy custom made cats. I guess it's just randomized, like how they color them and stuff like that, and they send you a random one. Wow. But they sent me a model cat, and I was like, wow, like what? Just for me doing the videos on there on the game. But yeah, I mean, indie developers they do, and same thing with this game called on Steam.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
That game is actually really well done for an indie game. It's got like this Fallout feel. It's really open. I would have never believed that to come from an indie company. And those guys, I actually there was a comment from, I think, the sound designer on the video saying like, oh, we'll iron out the bugs and everything. But like he was laughing along with it. He was just like, you guys are getting fucked up by our bugs, but it's funny. But we'll iron them out eventually. And then I actually got another tweet from somebody from that company. I don't know what exactly their position was, but they were just like, good job with the walkthrough and everything. I'm like, wow, like it's really cool to see stuff like that from indie developers.
Especially when they contact you and they want to, be a part of it. I think we're heading into a community where these bigger directors can be kind of like a figurehead. I mean, especially a lot of people don't realize how much of a business opportunity YouTube truly is. And if you could work with developers and post gameplay, I think,
and that's something that like the mainstream companies, they haven't really tapped into that yet. But that's something like the indie developers are really like they're so grateful for stuff like that. Like not like the main I guess maybe for Activision and stuff like Call of Duty, they probably appreciate the big Call of Duty community, but you don't see many like mainstream companies like saying, oh yeah, we like people to do walkthroughs on our games or whatever. But the indie developers, they love it.
because it pulls out somebody. It's a game you'd never heard of, and all of a sudden they have tons of people wanting it. I mean, even when you get the trial, you check it out, a lot of people end up buying it. I know with a lot of the Minecraft ripoffs, like with Fortress Craft, Total Miner, all those games blew up because some commentators got behind them. They posted videos up, and people wanted to check it out. So I think now, with you obviously had a fake strike. I mean, everybody that saw your fake strike video with your Keenan Thompson thumbnail would know this.
DSX ended up being a fake strike.
Now, what are your thoughts on that? Like, obviously, you've talked about how you think it's great for the free publicity. How do you think that we could go about change? Do you think it should be YouTube's responsibility? It should be the games company's responsibility to make sure it doesn't happen? What are your thoughts on it?
They could probably both improve, like, on both ends, but it probably would be more so YouTube that they have to, like, look at the people that are sending the strikes our way and really analyze it and just not be like, oh no, Eidos sent a copyright strike to so and so. We're gonna have to quick axe their video and like just like that. And they got to really like look into it and see if it's a legit copyright claim, which they don't really do.
No, YouTube's went downhill because of all the the Viacom lawsuit, and they're always worried about, are we going to get in big trouble?
Yeah,
they're constantly they're updating new features and breaking the website, but they're not fixing the stuff that's already in place. Like they're
just trying to cover their own asses first.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, take it down. I don't care.
Because I know somebody's been having a problem with publishing as of late. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's always happening. Publishing, processing, all that stuff.
I don't know how it ever happens with you, because I never have a problem with it. I publish my 4 videos at night when I pre-upload them. Do you pre-upload them, or do you upload them right whenever you feel like it?
What do you mean, like upload them and then
do you use the publish ahead of time feature?
No, I upload them as they're private, and then I let them get to HD, and then I upload them, and then they they either go from 0 to 100 or they stay stuck at 0.
Yeah, a lot of the times that's like I use the publish at a certain time. So if you like uploaded it now,
scheduled
by the time at 3 o'clock, it's already in HD when it's ready to go up.
Yeah.
So that's a great feature to use. Now
I haven't messed with that. I know a few of the other guys have used that in case they go on a vacation or something like that. They use that.
It's something to look into. Now, obviously, you've got a following. You never really have to worry about this because your followers are one of the most loyal bunch on YouTube. But what are your thoughts about giveaways? It's pretty prevalent in the YouTube gaming community. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I've made like two or three videos in the past talking about giveaways with my subscribers and stuff, and I pretty much am just all against it, at least at the moment. More specifically, giving away like stuff for favorites or likes and stuff, of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened so much because people have abused it. I mean, there's other YouTubers that do it, and they just give back to give back. They don't do it to like further themselves. They don't do it to get more views. Do you think it's all right to do giveaways just to reward your subscribers? Like, is there a certain point that, I mean, are you just completely at this point, it can't happen? Giveaways should not be prevalent.
Well, you could do. Yeah, I don't know how really to go about doing it. I know Seamus said that he used to do giveaways on his channel, which he stopped because of all the controversy. But the way he used to do it is he would go through the comments and just have like a number generator or something like that, and he would just pick one random comment and he would give that person, he would PM that person the prize instead of asking for likes or giveaways or anything like that. But I mean, I don't know if that would make it so that way the video goes into the top discussed, which also might be dirty.
Yeah, I think that's what it does.
Yeah.
Like anything like that where you're asking for something like that, like asking for comments, I guess asking for likes, favorites, stuff like that will in general probably just boost you up there. Like shouldn't really be done. Like I guess now that you have to do it from outside sources like Facebook or Twitter and stuff like that, and that even in itself sucks. Like that's a bummer too, because not everybody wants to get a Twitter and not everybody wants to get a Facebook. So you can't have your entire like subscriber base in one spot other than your channel.
Right, but
But
I was gonna ask you, don't you think giveaways are okay for smaller channels trying to get noticed? I mean, as a little boost. Like you're at the point where like you don't need the boost, but do you think it's okay for the smaller people who are trying to get noticed, but
no, I don't. Because I mean, I see, like daily, I see a bunch of comments on my videos of people saying, I'm a smaller channel, they've been working their way up, blah, 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 and people like spamming the channel comments with like, come check out my videos and stuff like that. I usually like tend to leave those there just because I understand. What happened?
I'm sorry, I'll stop doing that on your videos.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah, I'm there all the time.
I'm the one that says sub for sub also.
I usually leave those, like the sub for sub one, that's kind of annoying though, but that's like old school though. I don't really see too much of that now. But like people saying like, oh, trying to get noticed, something like that, like I usually leave those there unless it's like a channel that's new. I feel like you have to get your feet in the ground first. Like you have to like establish yourself by yourself without any giveaways or anything like that, or else you're gonna have a channel that's pretty much everyone's there for the giveaways. And you notice it with channels that are building their subscriber base based on giveaways. Like obviously that one video where there's a giveaway, that'll jump up like crazy, and you can tell by their vid stats it jumps up. The minute they start posting other stuff, it goes down. It goes down, like might have like 20K on the giveaway and like maybe 1K on a normal video. That's because they're not there for your content. They're not there for your content, they're there for the giveaways. And then people see that in their vid stats and they're like, okay, it seems like I have to do giveaways to bump myself up, so I have to keep doing them. And it's like, I don't want to say it's an addiction, but like they realize that that's what they have to do to get the numbers, and then that's what their channel completely becomes. And that's what I'm trying to stop like with, because I know people like White Boy and people like XJaws got a lot of shit for them doing it because they were like the pioneers of this. And like I said before, it's like it's the gaming community that are taking advantages of these exploits, because it's not. I mean, there are other people that do it, but like you said, there's not really any of those other parties that really rip the hole open and freaking exploit it to the max like the gaming community does, which is why we don't have a front page spot. We don't get any privileges or anything like that. We're pretty much bumped. No one gives a shit about us because of stuff like that. Because we can't get a little bit. We got to take it all at the same time. And I find like, the difference between, because the trend now is doing walkthroughs and attaching a giveaway to like the first part, and having maybe the word giveaway and a few other parts, or maybe just the first part. And I find that to be the same thing as if say White Boy buys a bunch of cool shit and shows it off in a video, and that video is specifically just for a giveaway. It's the same thing if somebody's saying, hey, I'm doing a walkthrough and I bought 2 extra copies of the game while I was at the store, I'm gonna go ahead and give them away. It's like, some people don't have that luxury that they can buy 2 extra copies of the game. They can only buy 1. So they buy 1, they do the walkthrough on their game. And that's not it. I see it wrong that somebody that has the luxury to buy 2 extras can suddenly hop up there in views compared to somebody that might only have enough money to afford 1 copy and they can only do their walkthrough. Like, what makes their walkthroughs any different?
Exactly. And then one other thing that when you just brought that up, when it came to giveaways, when you look at giveaways as far as people kind of giving back, holy shit, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I was listening to you. I was so focused on what you were saying. I got lost in the power of Nova right there. No, keep going.
I'm not saying that asking for likes and favorites is a bad thing. Asking for favorites, I don't do. That's just personal preference, like by me. I don't ask for favorites because that's like something that I guess should be earned in itself. And like if somebody really, really likes the video, then they'll favorite it. But asking for likes, then just that reminder, whether it be an annotation or something like that, I'm completely fine with that, because that reminds people to like the video, and it does help us out. But doing
some people won't even give you the time of day if you don't even ask for it. Like, it's like a simple reminder. Like, if you guys enjoyed the video, why not hit the like button? It's not costing you anything.
Say like, I appreciate that you leave that annotation there, so that way it reminds me to do that. And that's probably the most that I'll do. And I've even cut back on doing that. Even I leave it in the description, and that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really do too many of the annotations anymore, but I don't have a problem with that. And even asking for favorites, I don't really have a problem with that. It's just that, you know, giving stuff away, it means that we're not all on a even playing field. Like, you know, even smaller channels that are just trying to get up there, because it is a shit lot harder to get up there now in these days.
Yeah.
Compared to when I was doing it. And it took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to get to where I'm at today. And I didn't do any cheap shit. I didn't do any giveaways. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't even get a shout out from anybody. Like, it was pretty much just me working with other people, like at least later on. But from the gate, it was just me, like, just doing myself and you know, working my way up on my own. And then meeting up with the other guys, I was just like working with them, doing videos with them. Yeah, I didn't ask them for shout outs or anything like that. I was just doing videos with them, working with them, not asking.
And the people would make the decision if they saw a video versus if Nova posts a video and say, oh, this guy's cool, go check him out, versus if you do a video with that person and then your subscribers have the option.
Yeah, if they like you, if you're doing a video with somebody and they like you, they'll check you out anyway. Like, you don't even really need them.
Exactly.
But you can, you know, say at the end, like, oh, if you like this guy, go ahead and check him out on his channel, something like that. But you don't need to say, like, you like have a video, like a separate video, and be like, oh, go subscribe to this guy, because those people are going to be subscribing and they might not necessarily like you.
Just because you told them.
Yeah, they might not necessarily like you at all. So they have to see what you're doing first. But
now my thought came back with giveaways. The people that do giveaways and aren't even like partnered with YouTube or Machinima or anybody, and they're not making any money, and yet they make a big deal out of it. Like, I know there's this one partner that said he makes money from ad revenue and he wants to give back, and he was doing all these fake giveaways. He did like 30 giveaways, was getting 10,000-15,000 views a video for all this fake stuff, and he tried to verify himself and try to say, dude, I make money from ad revenue. You don't know what you're talking about. And yet none of his videos have ads on them. He's not making anything. And that's something that pisses me off when I see somebody that, you know, doesn't even have a way to get money, but yet can magically find a way to pay for all this stuff. It's kind of like you're buying your way to your top. You're not really
exactly. That's what that's what it is. And I also think, like, it's something with like, you know, confidence, like that people either don't see, like, they don't have confidence in their audience that they might already have, like that, you know, the audience that they have won't support them or something like that, you know, something strange of that nature, like maybe thinking like, okay, you guys, you know, you don't support me enough, so I have to bribe you with something. I have to bribe you with some games.
Exactly.
Or it's just confidence in themselves and the work that they do, like the videos that they do. Like, I don't feel that my content is good enough to earn your favorite or your like, so I'm gonna bribe you with a copy of the game. It could be on both sides of that. But I see it as, like, you know, both. I think that, you know, that it's up to the audience of the person to let them know, like, you know, you don't have to do shit like that. Like, we're gonna support you because of your content, not through the giveaways and stuff like that. Because if you keep doing it like that, you're gonna be left with nothing but people that are there for giveaways, which is what you don't want. Which is why, you know, I'm at where I'm at. I gradually got there over the course of like 3 years, and nobody's at my channel for giveaways or anything like that. They're not sitting there waiting for me to give something away. They're just sitting there waiting for my content
to go up.
Yep.
I mean, your audiences, I mean, I saw a video yesterday, and a lot of your videos are like this, where within 5 minutes of being posted, you got 700 likes and like 3 dislikes.
Yeah, that's kind of why I cut back on the annotations, because people are just kind of doing it on their own.
Doing it on themselves. Yeah. If I don't do that right now, I don't get it. Tony, anything you want to say? We kind of kept you.
It's all good. Everybody wants to hear Nova anyway, so I just let him speak his mind. I'm just kind of taking it in, and you got that good radio voice too. So I'm just sitting back.
You're just waiting for that rematch. You're just
right, WWE 12.
Oh, you're practicing.
Why
practicing over there?
Maybe WWE 13 or 14 or 18 or.
If they step,
maybe
hopefully.
Or maybe we'll meet up. We'll meet up in Plainfield, Iowa. Is that where we're meeting up?
Yeah, maybe 2K will come in and make a WWE game and make it all better like they did with NFL. All right, Nova, anything you want to say? It's been quite a long video. Anything you want to say to close it off?
Well, I think I got it all out there, but you know, I know that people are in general, like in the community, that people, smaller channels, they're pissed at the people that do giveaways and stuff like that, because of, you know, how it kind of boots them to the side, and not many people really want to talk about it. Like, I know, like I said, XGLs and White Boy, they got a lot of shit, but like a lot of the people that are doing it now, they're not really like, they kind of are off the radar with it. But it's still I see it just as bad as, you know, White Boy and XGLs doing it. But I think it's up to the community and stuff like that to say something, even though people don't want to say something. I feel stupid that I have to say something about it, because like I don't want to be the one to speak up about issues like this. I shouldn't really have to be, but you know, I feel like in order to get the community together as a whole, even though I try to stay away from a lot of the drama that is involved in the community and all that, you know, to get the gaming spot on the front page, which everybody wants, and to get the same opportunities that other, I guess, categories or other groups on YouTube get that we don't get because of exploits and all that, I think we have to all come together and do that. And you know, I've already stated my points to, you know, people like the Rad Brad, who was also doing giveaways, and I told him, like, because his response was that he was doing it because of competition, because his competition's doing it. And I was like, well, you know, you don't have to see it as a competition. You really don't. Like, we're all in it together, and you just gotta wait, because it's gonna happen. Like, you know, you'll jump up there by yourself. Trust me, because yeah,
it just takes time to get up there.
Years.
I mean, it's taken you 3 years,
and I'm you know, it was just recently that I started getting to the point where I was jumping up there, and now just recently I'm starting to hit the front page. Like, that's just now happening after 3 years. Like, it does take time. It takes time to do, and that's just something that in doing it, you can't look at it like this is some kind of gold rush. Like, you have to put your time into it. You can't just come in, make your money, and leave, because then your channel's gonna go to shit. You gotta, you know, do that. And you know, because I said something like that to the Rad Brad, he actually responded back and said that the Deus Ex one that he's doing now, that's gonna be his last giveaway. So I was like, mission complete. You know, like it's, you know, the community
exactly. It must feel
can
like
get together like that, and you know, I see it going back. Like, I see us getting a spot on the front page, hopefully, eventually. Then we don't have to fight for that top favorited or top viewed. We have our own. We all have our own, until people start abusing that, which will be bound to happen. But
it'll happen eventually. Tony, you want to say anything?
Like I said, just waiting for that matchup, and you guys covered it all.
All right. Thank you so much, Nova. I know everybody's really looking forward to this. If you guys want to send us an email, ourtruthconspiracy@gmail.com.
We really need a new email address.
Ourtruthconspiracy.
Well, we do have, I think we will kind of debut it soon, threatshow.com. That's going to be coming out soon with a lot of stuff. We don't know exactly what's going to go on there, but until then, the conspiracy lives on. If you guys want to send us a call, leave us a voicemail, anything related to the show, 619-618-0268. There's also a number in the description where you can send us a text message. Do not try to call that number, because it won't work. Some people, you just look really stupid when you try to call into that one. Thank you so much, Nova.
Yep.
As always, it was the power of you guys that wanted him on, and it made it happen. Tony, thank you so much.